Um, let's see. Today is Monday, July the 26th. So, Nick is working, doing phone calls. It is raining cats and dogs. We're like on this edge, not really on the edge anymore, because like it's pouring down outside and I can hear thunder and rumbling. And to distract myself from like the anxiety that I get from storms, I figured do the video. So here we are. I did not watch. I'm gonna be honest. I probably watched like 5 seconds of the last video that I did yesterday. But I just remember there was like a very foggy. I was very like I was in a rush really. So today is Monday, and I slept. So I'm lying. I didn't sleep all morning. What happened was I woke up. I think I mentioned on Sunday that I had physical therapy Monday. Pretty sure I did. And then I had it at 9:30, but I worked myself like really hard. These like squats and the thingy with the weights and it was so much. I literally came home and after last week it was just like crash. And so I got home like almost 11. So from 11 to 2, it was 3:30, let's be honest. It was 3:30 when I woke up. So yeah, I'm being honest with myself and admitting that I'm still going through that like healing process where I need to rest during the day. And I think it's good because my doctors have me out of work for a little bit longer. The hard part is, I don't think anybody talks about this on videos, is how it affects you financially. And for me, because of fear of like money, when I was a little girl, you're an orphan, you know, there's not much choice in like what you get to do. You get told what to do and that's what you do. We didn't learn any money, like anything about money, anything about finances. It was always like God's gonna take care of it. And I feel like that's not very realistic as an adult now. So yeah, I struggle with it a lot and I panic, like, you know, because I used to make a lot more when I was working, and nobody tells you like work comp cuts off your income, so you really can't. It's like you rely on them, and what's tough is there's like expenses coming up, right? Like my 5-year-old is going to pre-K or kindergarten this year, right? So we need to buy uniforms and we need to buy shoes and we need to buy her school supplies. And with what they pay me, like right now, what I get, and I would work, like I would go to work even though I know that I'm not 100%. I would go to work just so that I would have that income. I would be willing to put my mental well-being at harm because that's what it would be, and I would be putting other people in danger. I think that that's the scariest part. I think that I've been like taking it lightly and describing like how forgetful I am, but I like noises, and imagine like you're in a store, the store is like very well lit, it's got like interrogation lights as I call it, and it's cold. This thunder is ridiculous. But the part that sucks is it's not the cold, it's the fact that there's music like constantly, and I can't drive with any like noises. Like I have to have headphones in or earplugs to like minimize the noise, and especially with like storms and stuff, I'm never in the rain. I think that's just not gonna happen. You won't catch me. But the problem that I'm having is how do I, you know, like we still have bills to pay, we still have every month is the same amount, rent, you know, like water, electricity, all this stuff. And I wonder, like, you know, how do people do it? Like genuinely concerned, because like from my point of view, I have a husband who works from home, you know, and that he makes sure that we make the right decisions and we make the right financial sacrifices, if you may, right? Because a lot of people have seen like how we've been going fishing and everybody's like, oh, where are you going again? We don't go fishing far away from home, and we do it close enough to our house to where it's budget friendly and it's not over the top. Like, we have cut down on like so many expenses. Like, we haven't bought my daughter any gifts. Like, she does not. First off, let me just full disclosure, when I was a single mom, again, financial literacy is very important. Because I was single and I had no one to really guide me, I bought her like a ton of things. When I mean like a ton, I mean like clothes that she still hasn't and won't fit in for years. I bought her like clothes for school. I bought her shoes. I bought her toys. They're toys that she is still too young to use right now. She has books that she's still too young for. Like, I went over the top because I knew that I would get to a point in my life where I wouldn't be able to afford these things that she wants, that she will want or will need. Because it happens. Like, I feel like if we don't admit to ourselves that there's struggles in life, right? Like that happens. I feel like people get this idea that everything's like, yay, so easy. And it's really not. It's terrifying because I'm, you know, in my 30s and I always wonder, like, how do other people do it? Like, genuinely, how are you guys keeping it together so calmly? Like, with the PTSD and with all the symptoms and like this medication that I'm on and all this stuff that's happening, I get so very overwhelmed and pessimistic. Like, I give up on myself before I give up like on anything else. Like, I'll push and I'll push, I'll try again, but only because I'm not a quitter. But I always wonder, like, what do I do now? Like, what's the next step? And then I get distracted and that's it. So literally, this is probably the only 5 minutes of my day where I will talk about it and then I'll be worried about it for the rest of the week. So yeah, super fun things. So this week, I'm setting a couple goals. I want to be able to do a video every day of the week, no matter how exhausted I am, no matter how down I feel. I just want to do it so that I'm back on track. We don't have allies this week, so there's no excuse, literally no excuse. I want to call back this resource line I reached out to regarding work comp, just to get a better idea. I feel like I'm in this like dark tunnel and I feel like I have no idea what's happening and I need someone to guide me. I feel like there are enough resources out there, and by taking that first step, even if I'm scared, even if I feel like it's very overwhelming, I feel like reaching out is very important. Like, even if I don't know what's gonna happen, it makes me feel like it's less overwhelming. So yeah, let's see. I slept, mentioned that, physical therapy, did that. I cleaned today, most of our room, not like in this situation area, because honestly, my nightstand, I was gonna say my nightmare. My languages are so mixed up in my head right now. My nightstand is like an explosion of thank you letters, Alex's toys, earplugs, because I have a whole tube of them, ton of medications, nail filers, and scissors and stuff for sewing that we did with my daughter. We made Barbie doll clothes. So that was fun. It was such a mess, and I promised myself I wouldn't let it get that bad. But then I remembered being a kid and wondering, like, why can't I be messier, you know? So now I just let it go. I was like, meh, let her be, let her do it. This storm, it's ridiculous, you guys. Like, I know I accidentally stumbled upon this like Facebook, WBTV or whatever, the weather, they do like updates, and the lady was like, there's gonna be a ton of lightning strikes in like 15 minutes. It's gonna be like 115 something, 150 or something, I don't know, a lot of lightning strikes. And she was like, even if you don't live in that area, you're gonna hear them. And I was like, yeah, bet. Like, I'm living, like, we live on the edge of it. So she said it would be Iredell. This was funny. I remember all this information that I read because I just saw it, but I'll forget it. By tomorrow, I won't remember it. Kind of crazy. It's like an expiration date on my memories. Kind of like Dory. That's really what I feel like. I feel like I'm Dory, and sometimes like the memories just vanish. Back to the story, what she said about the weather. So she said it would literally be going from like Mooresville, Huntersville, going down into Gastonia. But see, we're on the edge because we're Concord. We're like right on the edge. So we hear like all the, we get like remnants of the rain, if you may. My nose is like, I think I touched one of the weird plants. Ugh. And the pollen is just, oh, the watermelon, that's right. They have like the spiky things. I don't know what's wrong with me. I need to get my life together. So, yeah, I'm proud of myself that I did this. I was just gonna like pretend I don't remember. And then the storm happened and I was like, what better time? Yeah. Maybe I'll keep it a little longer. I really was about to finish it, but like this thunder and lightning is scaring the bejesus out of me. I always forget, like when people say they have PTSD and their dogs like don't like lightning and stuff. When I was okay, like before the concussion, I honestly was such, I'm being honest with myself here, I was such a bully because I would be like, get out of here, stop faking it. And I feel like it was just God like putting me in someone else's shoes by allowing this to happen, because now I give more grace. Before I was so angry and frustrated. I was this like know-it-all, you know, like I thought I knew everything, and I still don't. I don't know why I'm so stubborn and why. And the lights are flickering, so yay, I'm so excited. Let's hope we don't lose power because, you know, I have a lasagna in the oven, that's all, and I know God answers prayers, even if they're not like in a timely manner, you know? I hope you guys can hear this, because like I'm terrified, like literally terrified of the storm. Yeah, self-soothing isn't my power. I'm not like big, I'm like very negative when I get scared. Going back to my childhood trauma, I think I just like internalize it as a negative aspect. I lock it in and just like I pretend it doesn't happen, even though it's like fully, definitely 100% happening. But I don't have those powers anymore. That's what I call them. I call them brain powers. Oh my god, the storm. So yeah, I'm sad it's storming, but tomorrow I have like a plan in motion. Even if, so Nick thinks I should go back to school. My biggest problem though is that like I can't pick like one thing that I want to do for the rest of my life. Like to me that's insane. It's like I've done so many different things with my life, you know, like interpret, cook, clean, babysit, like, you know, so many things, bake, cook, like anything you can imagine. I've even done construction at some point, but having to like limit myself and say like this is what I'm passionate about and I'm gonna do forever. I'm not passionate about anything other than helping people. Like literally, that is my passion. I have these insane ideas in my head, and every day is like a new idea. I'm kidding. Every other minute is a new idea that doesn't get accomplished. Like Airbnb and Moldova, right? Don't ask. It's like a whole other thing I go off on. The Before I Go project, that's the other one I want to do. And I think that's the one that means the most to me. I apologize. That was thunder and I am terrified. The Before I Go project is what really got this kind of YouTube channel started. I want people to go to like this one website where everybody's connected and from all over the world, and I want them to tell us their stories. Like World War vets, I want to know their stories. Like I was not given the opportunity to meet people like that, and I want to. Like I want them to tell me their stories. I want to be the memory keeper. That's insane, I know, but I want to be the person who keeps record of that. I want to write those down. I want to be the person who tells stories. I want my children to tell the stories of our past because we learn from our past. And so far we haven't learned. So I feel like maybe that's what's happening. We don't have any memory keepers. Like back in the days, they had storytellers by the fire, right? They would have people who would write, you know, like scripts, magis, whatever you want to call them. But I feel like that's what's always been inside of me, and being like chained to a desk, as people say, for me isn't chained to a desk. I'm not able to do that. I have been illegal, so therefore my background check does not clear. I've been arrested for being illegal. I've been arrested for things I haven't done, you know, like, and it doesn't matter, like people can look at my, you know, background check or whatever, but I don't pass those things. I don't have enough credit to like get a good job, you know, like I'm never gonna be able to be like to get one of these like banking jobs because this isn't who I am, you know. So the terrifying thing as an adult is growing up, being an adult and realizing, what am I doing with my life? Like seriously, what am I doing with my life other than being obnoxiously cute, you know? So yeah, I haven't let my hair down in like all week last week. Honestly, I think when my daughter's here, I just keep it out because it's such a hassle, if that makes any sense. But it's not. It's just it's so long. Really, that's it. I shed, and you know, having cancer, like people like, wow, you still have your hair, you know, and I'm like, I promise you, I have so much falling every day, but it's just again, Jesus. It's all about the God Almighty and His mercy and grace, because if it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't have any hair. So yeah, it's beautiful outside. I feel like the song oh Lord my God, you know, I can't sing, stop singing, How Great Thou Art, the song, okay? That song, that's what I feel like singing right now. So I'm gonna turn this off and go jam out some Christian songs because I'm weird. But yeah, I'm gonna go eat some crackers. So Nick ate 2 and left me 4 because he was like, will you be able to help me? And I was like, duh, teamwork, husband and wife. So I will see everybody tomorrow. Pretty sure I strayed from like every topic I was supposed to stay on. YouTube channel still hasn't changed my name. So for now it's Talk to Me. Just totally fine, you know? Talk to me. So, yep. I'm gonna go and try not to be terrified of the rain.